Welcome everyone, myself Suman. Today I'm going to explain rise and fall method to determine the elevation of various points in survey practice. So coming to the theory part, the rise and fall method, the height of the instrument is not at all calculated, but the difference of level between two consecutive points is found by comparing the staff reading on the 2 points for the same setting of the instrument. The difference between their staff reading indicates a rise or fall according as the staff reading at the point is smaller or greater than at the preceding point. Apparatus required. So basically it needs an auto level, a tripod leg and a leveling staff.
So this is the auto level. So auto level basically consists of a telescope, and this is the eyepiece. So from here the object is viewed. This is the object sight. So this is the level which will be included in the auto level itself. It is called as bull's eye level or circular level. It also consists of a focusing screw. This is sight used to locate the leveling staff. It also consists of a base plate. On top of it you can see the leveling screw. This type is a three-headed leveling screw. It consists of three level screws. It is a leveling staff. It is a rectangular rod which is used to determine the height of a station. So it consists of graduations. Here you can see which is represented in a black and white strip. The bottom of the staff reads 0. Each graduation reads 5 millimeter or 0.01 feet.
Coming to its procedure. Initially, the station is set at a point and it is leveled. At the beginning of the experiment, the leveling staff is kept on a benchmark and the reading is observed through the telescope of an auto level. So, the first reading you are going to observe on the benchmark is the backside. The reading is recorded. Later, without changing the instrument point, the staff is kept in the next point and the reading is recorded again and it is called as the foresight. The foresight is taken at the maximum distance where the staff is visible to the telescope. In between, the intermediate readings can also be noted. Later, without changing the position of the staff, the instrument station was supposed to be shifted from one point to another. So from the newly leveled station, again the staff is sighted and now it is called as the backside. And now the telescope is again tilted and the foresight is recorded. So I want to explain this using an example. So here you could see a survey example has been taken between the benchmark point A to a culvert which is point B. So in between them, the level is carried out using the method of rise and fall. So let me explain that. Initially, here you could see the station is established at point B. So once it is leveled, on the top of the benchmark, the leveling staff is kept and the readings are observed. So here you could see the observed reading is 2.230. So later, by tilting the telescope to an angle, the preceding point, that is the foresight, is observed by keeping the staff at that point. The point is 0.1. So again, the reading is noted. So here you could see 2.005. So this is the foresight reading which is recorded. Further, no points are visible. So for that reason, without changing the position of a staff, the station is shifted from point P to point Q. That is the next station point. Here once again, the station is leveled and the backside is taken on the previously kept staff. That is point 1. And again, the survey is carried out by taking the intermediate sites at point 2, point 3, and point 4. So further, when the staff is not visible, so the station is shifted to point R. But the last recorded point, that is point 4, the staff is kept there itself. Its position is not changed. Once the station is established at R, once again the backside is considered or the backside is taken without changing the position of the staff. So similarly, you can see, so later from station R to station S, the station has been shifted and again the backside and foresight is taken. So the last foresight is taken on the culvert. So like this, the procedure is carried out. So how to make an entry of this in our level book? So this is one of an important part. Okay. So here I would like to explain the entry recordings using a same example. So initially you could see, as I told, the station is established at one point and the backside is noted on the benchmark. So the benchmark RL is already known. So let us enter the benchmark RL. So once the backside has been taken, so its level is 2.230. It is entered in the backside column on the same line where you have entered the RL of benchmark. So later in the remarks, so all the points where you are taking, it should be entered so that it can easy to identify and understand once you finish the survey. Okay. So next thing is point 1. So the leveling staff is kept on point 1 and the reading is observed. So this is the foresight reading, isn't it? So the reading is 2.005. Hence in the next row, the readings is entered in foresight column as 2.005. Later, the station is shifted to the next point, whereas the staff is kept on the same point. So once the station is shifted and the backside is noted on point 1 only. So on the same row of point 1, since the backside is taken, enter the reading 2.925 at the backside. Okay. So next thing is point 2. Now the staff is shifted to point 2. So the remark, let us enter it as point 2. In point 2, the reading taken is intermediate side. So let us enter the reading which has taken on the point 2 at intermediate side only. And to point 3, so the reading at point 3 is again entered in the foresight. Next point 4. Since the point 4 is the last point which is taken, in which the reading is taken from this instrument station, therefore that will be entered in foresight column. Okay, so once again the station is shifted to the next point. The staff remains at the same position. Therefore, when you take a reading from shifting the station to point 4, it becomes backside, isn't it? Therefore, in the same row on the backside, it is entered. So later from this station, so the next point is viewed, that is point 5. So it is the foresight. The readings is recorded in the foresight. And now moving on to the next station, and again the backside is viewed. Therefore, it is entered in the column backside. Okay. So next is point 6. So point 6 is an intermediate side. Therefore, the reading which is recorded there is entered in the intermediate column. So ultimately, the station is kept, the leveling staff is kept on the culvert, which is the last point of the survey. And now the readings, whatever you will take on the last point of the survey, is entered in foresight. The next thing is to calculate the RL of different points. It is done by using the RL of benchmark, backside taken on benchmark, and also the next foresight. Okay. So the difference should be taken between backside and foresight. That is backside minus foresight. If the answer is positive, enter it in the rise column. If the answer is negative, enter it in the fall column. So here backside 2.230 minus foresight 2.005 is 0.225, that is positive. Therefore, the result is entered in rise column. Once the result has been got, if it is positive, then add it to the previous RL to get the next RL. Okay, so that is the previous RL is 742.755 plus rise gives the next RL. So similarly, the other points were also done in the same manner. So the difference between backside and foresight is taken. If it is positive, enter it in the rise column. If it is negative, enter it in the fall column. Okay, so previous RL plus rise gives the next RL. If it is negative, then previous RL minus fall gives the next RL. So the next thing is, here you could see the intermediate side is taken on 0.2. So backside minus intermediate side should be done. So backside is 2.925, intermediate side is 3.000. So difference between these two is minus 0.075. Since it is minus, it is entered in fall column. So RL minus fall gives the next point. So coming to the point 3, again this is also an intermediate side. So take a previous back side. So back side minus intermediate side, it is positive, entered it in the rise column. Therefore previous RL plus rise gives the next RL. Next, coming to point 4. So this is the point where both back side and foresight has been taken. So in this situation, so take a difference between intermediate site and foresight. So the previous intermediate site was 2.75, foresight is 3.365. So when you subtract 3.365 from 2.75, the answer is negative. Therefore, enter it in fall column, and then RL minus fall gives the next RL point. So similarly, coming to the point 5. So once again, take a difference between backside and next foresight. So here also the answer is negative. When entered in the fall column, then RL minus fall gives the answer. So that is the RL of 0.5. Next, coming to point 6. So here you could see, observe point 6 is an intermediate side. So once again, backside minus intermediate side is to be done. Your answer is positive. Enter it in the rise column. So RL plus rise gives the next RL point. And lastly, coming to the last point, that is on culvert, that is number 8. So if you just take a difference between intermediate site and foresight, so the answer is once again negative. So here also RL minus fall gives the RL of last point. The next thing is a check. Okay, so arithmetic check was supposed to be applied. So the formula for arithmetic check is that sigma backside minus sigma foresight will be equal to sigma rise minus sigma fall will be equals to RL of last point minus RL of first point. That is summation of all the backsides. So add all the backsides, add all the foresights. Okay, and add all the rise and add all the fall. Okay, and also first RL and last RL. So those are considered here. So here you could see the summation of all backside has been just entered here, that is 9.315. The summation of all foresight is 10.405. So that will be equal to summation of all rise, that is sum of all rise minus sum of all fall. So that will be equal to RL of last point minus RL of first point. Okay, so when you check it, all these three will be same. If this condition is obeyed in your survey, then the survey performed is correct. So this was the total procedure of rise and fall method. Thank you.